Happy Halloween, everyone! So for today's video, we are going to be doing another episode review crossover. As you can see, I'm all in Chucky because I got my boy Chucky here. I'm in a Chucky hoodie, so yeah, I'm in Chucky suit because this episode review crossover, we're going to be doing another review of Chucky Season 3, Dressed to Kill, and Blue's Clues and You, Ghost of the Living Room. Now let's start off with Chucky Season 3, the mid-season finale, Dressed to Kill. So now I gotta say, this episode was a pretty awesome mid-season finale ever since I first watched it back in 2023. So I'll just say that the mid-season finale was really awesome. I did like the ending, how it ended. Dressed to Kill was probably one of my favorite episodes in this season of Chucky because it was a pretty good, decent mid-season finale. However, I did like the good stuff. The cinematography was very good. So I'll just say in this episode we get to see Chucky getting ready for Jake, Devin, and Lexi to arrive at the White House so they could stop him, and Chucky was in his Oprah costume because he was like that same costume like that one kid named Joseph, the dead brother of Henry, and Chucky's in his costume and wearing the Oprah mask, and I gotta say that costume looked good on Chucky. I wish I had the same costume for my Chucky, you know. But anyways, at the other parts of the episode, we get to see Jake, Devin, and Lexi arriving and dressed as Chucky because they're in the good guy costumes and they're just trying to go find Chucky just to stop him. And they want to like record him so they could like put it out there. But however, I don't think that's gonna work. But anyways, I did like the kills in this season. There was pretty awesome kills. Jennifer Tilly, aka Tiffany, was in jail. She was also, what I liked about in this scene was one of my favorite scenes, like with the voodoo doll, like Tiffany using the voodoo doll and saying the Ide Dway Dambala spell, and then she was controlling that lunch lady and making her slit her throat and making her head boiled. Like that was a pretty awesome and brutal kill of Tiffany to do. Now that is a really good reference of the first Child's Play because we already seen that part in the first Child's Play, because when Chucky was using the voodoo doll of John, breaking his leg and stabbing him, that's the same thing that Tiffany does. However, she wasn't like breaking legs, but she was just making her slitting the lunch lady's throat and then boiling her head. And I like the references of like the other Chucky movies, like where Chucky is just like peeking through a hole in the wall. Like we've seen that stuff in Bride of Chucky because he was peeking through a hole in the gas tank, and then he burned down the whole entire car and exploded. And then Chucky there was like lots of kills that was happening in this episode. And however, when they were trying to catch Chucky, they lost their chance. And when Chucky thought that he got enough kills to be young again because he was getting old, he was saying the Ade Dwem Dambala spell again. And however, it didn't work. And he looked through the mirror and he was old and he was aging. And Dambala basically abandoned him. And now there's no way that he will never, ever, ever get to be young ever again. And he's turning human again. So that was a big problem for Chucky. So what do I think of Dressed to Kill of Chucky Season 3? It gets a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Pretty awesome episode. And now, next up is Blue's Clues and You, Ghost of the Living Room. Now I gotta say, in my opinion, this was a really solid episode in the Blue's Clues and You show. I liked how we have Periwinkle again in a Halloween episode. In my opinion, this was a really good episode. I liked the scenes where Periwinkle was as a ghost and he was in the costume of a ghost. And I liked the references, I like the Halloween songs that they had, like with Josh dressed up as a werewolf. Like we've seen him like in that music video of It's Time for Halloween. And however, we get to hear that song in an episode. Like we never heard that in the previous seasons of Blue's Clues and You because they never played it. But anyway, it was nice to see that song make a comeback and be in an episode. And I gotta say, it was a really good song. Ever since I first heard it the very first time when Blue's Clues and You was a thing, I think it was a really good song. Now, I liked the costume that Blue was wearing. In my opinion, I think this was one of my favorite costumes other sides than the bat one or the one where she was a fish. This is one of my favorite top 10 like favorite costumes of Boo to wear, like as a unicorn, and it was nice. I like the this haunted house, like that was really cool and creepy and scary. I really like that, and we get to see like Josh and Blue like chasing down the ghost, and then Shovel and Pale, and they're dressed as in their costumes. Pale was a dragon, and Shovel was a fireman, I think. But anyways, overall, I think that this episode was pretty solid and good. I like how we have Periwinkle in a Halloween episode because he was dressed as a ghost, and I like how in the song like we get to see like more like everything like all colorful Halloween. Everything is just all in the spooky season. It's just all in the spooky season. So, anyways, what do I think of Ghost of the Living Room? I think this episode was pretty good. It's not a bad episode in my opinion. I think this episode was really solid. So I'll give this episode, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's a really good episode. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode review crossover of Chucky Season 3, Dressed to Kill, and Blue's Clues and You, Ghost of the Living Room. If you guys liked it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And if you're not new, welcome back to the Chucky Corner and the Blue's Clues Corner. Happy Halloween, everyone. Trick or treat. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Have an amazing day, everyone. And don't worry, I'll be back. I always come back.